Hello there folks, it's me RJB from RJB TV, coming in live into your PC, here yet again with more games on StarCraft Fastest Map. And today we have two names that I featured the name SH once before, but the name LeeTeacher, I think we haven't really seen him before. This is his debut on the channel, so let's dive into this match between SH and LeeTeacher and see who is gonna be the victor. LeeTeacher, I don't know much about him. He might actually have appeared on the channels once, or maybe I've just watched replays of him. I'm not exactly sure if I remember that correctly or not. I'm not exactly sure. Also, let me just improve the FPS there. That's better. The FPS was going a little bit low, and a little bit low FPS. That never really goes too well for the game now, does it? It hurts the quality of the recording. So, SH here. I'm not sure if this is the SH, because sometimes some of the players like using the usernames of their friends, and it gets a little bit confusing sometimes. So I'm not sure if this is SH himself. Maybe it's another SH pretending to be SH. A very common thing. And like in the previous video with Gensei against JH, Gensei also known as Minchel, JH used the name Minchel in his username, and it got some people in the comments confused whether I was mixing them up. So I had to clarify not once, not twice, but 3 times that in that previous game, the username Minchel was actually JH, and the username that wasn't Minchel was in fact Minchel. And this might be one of those cases where we are in a similarly confusing situation. Terran against Zerg though. Terran against Zerg is a lot of fun. I love this matchup, but people don't really play it that much because they don't really like playing it that much. And I find that a little bit regretful. I find that a little bit sad. Because as a result, I largely have Protoss against Terran or Protoss against Zerg to cast on the channel, or Protoss against Protoss. There's also a lot of Protoss against Protoss, but Terran against Zerg, it's kind of rare. And it is, in my opinion, one of the most fun matchups, but people just don't like to play it on the Korean server. On the Korean server, they pretty much always pick their races. It's not random against random. In the foreign scene, like in SCW, people play pretty much only random against random, so Terran against Zerg comes up very, very frequently. But in the Korean community, you don't see it that much. Not much at all. So the gas there up for LeeTeacher. Started off with a very standard hatchery in the choke, into a pool, into hatchery number 2 at the back, and then of course a sunken in the front to keep those Marines out of his base, because he doesn't want them to get in. Academy on the way there for SH, double barracks, building a factory in the front, kind of as a wall. Kind of as he's gonna build a factory wall on his choke to make it more difficult for those Zerglings or whatever else is coming to break in. The SCV stays alive with very little HP. Very little HP. Worth the attempt though, he almost got it. The SCV moved out of the way, stayed alive. Self-preservation in action. AI sometimes does look pretty smart, but it actually isn't, not in StarCraft. But sometimes it tricks you into believing that yes, AI is pretty smart. Gas number 2, already on the way, getting stim, getting medics. He's preparing for a Marine frontal bust, or maybe just a regular frontal tank push. Might also get a starport, not sure honestly. There are so many different directions you can take this build order that SH is doing that it's hard to say what he is going to do. There's a starport though. Starport is on the way, so we can confirm the starport is in existence. We can confirm the starport is in definitive existence. Medics there on the scene as well. Got a Hydralisk Den there on the way for LeeTeacher. And that of course also leads me to believe that he is going to go for Hydralisks into Lurkers. Otherwise you would get a Spire. That's kind of the 2 options you have as a Zerg. When you go for a fast lair, you either go for Lurkers, or you go for a regular Spire into Mulalisk Micro. LeeTeacher decided for the Lurkers, getting Zergling speed as well. So Zerglings, together with Lurkers, are going to try to bust down the front door and hopefully win the game quick and easy before we get to 10 minutes. That's what LeeTeacher is going to try to do. Zergling Lurker push onto the Terran. Terran, though, SH here, is gonna try to push on. Or is he not gonna try to push? He's building a Wraith. A science facility is on the way. He's got some plans, but I'm not sure what his plans are. LeeTeacher, though, can see what SH is doing. He's keeping his Overlord right there on the corner. He's got vision, sieging up the tank as well, and unsieging it. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Right there, going to take down the Overlord. That Overlord is not going to supply block, but it is going to slow down LeeTeacher for sure. Because he will at some point fly straight into a supply block. Zerglings are entering the middle. So this is kind of a funny thing. LeeTeacher is playing for the counterattack. He's waiting for SH to move out, and he wants to catch him in the middle of attacking. But SH is actually just planning on sitting back in his base, getting Radiate, and the Science Vessel will soon come out as well, getting Command Center number 2, maybe even number 3. He's playing it very passively. And I think that is gonna come out to be in the advantage of LeeTeacher, because a Zerg that is not suffering from pressure on the front usually becomes a Zerg that gets a lot more hatcheries, a lot more drones, and just explodes economically. In a good way, like not a bad kind of explosion, just a good kind of explosion where they become rich, bitch, and they're gonna break the game with their superior economy and production sooner or later. SH there is still sitting in his base, getting a vessel. Radiate is finished up. We got Burrow on the way there for LeeTeacher. He feels something funky is up. Lurkers burrowing up in the front. Science Vessel will soon finish up and save the choke. So the Science Vessel timer actually kind of perfect. Trying to finish one more tank. It rolls out, takes some damage. Vessel is out as well. And the Lurkers are forced to retreat. So that little attempt at breaking the choke doesn't work because SH went for the fast Radiate Vessel. So I don't think Lee is going to get in. I don't think Lee is going to break in. SH though, no. SH is looking for the Lurkers, I assume. I thought he was going to go for the Radiate, but he is maybe waiting for energy. Triple Command Center finished up getting scans, adding on more armories and supply depots as well. And that is another factor in a starport on the way for SH, getting Marine range now as well. Vessel tried to radiate, but burrows up quickly, but still loses some of his drones. I don't think he was on 19 before, so yes, he lost a couple of them. I got distracted talking about structures being built. Should have actually followed the vessel. I wasn't expecting him to go in, because he was kind of just hanging there in the front. I was expecting him to hang there for a couple more seconds. He caught me by surprise. Again, it happens a lot recently. Recently, I've been missing a lot of attacks on the workers, and I should be paying more attention for sure. So he tries to go in yet again. Not sure if this is a great idea with tanks in the high ground and a vessel in the air. Nothing there to kill the vessel, so this is all just gonna die. Lee is trying to brute force his way through, but that is not gonna succeed. He should have known that would not succeed. Not with the vessel there in the air and tanks there behind the choke. That would never have worked in any situation or scenario ever. So that's gonna hurt him a little bit. Well, he lost Zerglings, opened up supply space, but he could have used those units later on to defend himself. But SH is giving LeeTeacher more time to build up and recover from losing a couple of his drones, which he lost earlier to irradiate. Actually, we can see how many he lost by just one. So I thought he lost more, but it turns out he lost only one drone. You've got a Spire there on the scene, getting a Defiler mount. He's on 4 hatchery in the back, 1 in the front, 35 drones, 4 gas, and a couple of Scourges in the air, ready to take down those Science Vessels. SH is taking his time building up and growing an economy. He's not really putting pressure onto LeeTeacher. And I think that is because SH believes he can push onto LeeTeacher, not from the front, but from the top side. He's going to use those hills, put tanks on there, put tanks behind it, then put tanks across the hill as well, inside of LeeTeacher's base, and push towards the minerals from there. I think that is what SH has in mind, as the tanks are already being set up, vessels are in the air, more dropships are on the way, you're getting a lot more factories and science facilities, starports. A lot more starports. They are producing science vessels all at once. So yeah, I think that is definitely his game plan. Pushing forward from that hill. But now my question becomes, has SH given LeeTeacher too much time already? He's on 40 drones. Hunting down the dropships doesn't kill the dropship, it stays alive on just one more hit remaining. But now it's going to get taken down. We've got double armory, got armor on the way for tank and weapon for tank as well. Supply now 116. He's growing quick. He's growing quick. And LeeTeacher is already preparing an overlord drop. One of the few things that you can afford to do when you don't suffer or experience a lot of pressure or damage from the Terran, because the Terran is playing passive. There's nothing wrong with what the Terran is doing here. Like, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with what SH is doing here. He's setting himself up for a very strong hill tank push towards the minerals. And he still has a pretty good lead over LeeTeacher. But I do think there is a point where you start to reach the point where you didn't do enough damage quick enough. Loses the tanks inside the dropships. They're on the side. So LeeTeacher playing this one very well. Adding on 2 more hatcheries on the bottom side. He's got defilers, he's got consume, he's got lurkers ready to go. He's getting a greater spire is finished up, so he's getting guardians now as well. He's getting everything. He's getting as many different things as he can, as fast as he can, to try and stabilize his technology and the diversity of his technology to deal with every single option that SH can throw his way. Lurkers on the top corner, they're being a problem. Marines are being sent to deal with them, but oh, that one is gonna get taken down. So that drop didn't really do too much. Maybe it even helped SH by killing some of his supply. But yeah, an attempt was made, and the attempt being made is what counts. You cannot just sit back as a Zerg and wait for the Terran to come to you. Although SH has not really been pushing onto LeeTeacher up until right now, but the Guardians are in the air, ready to stop those tanks. Vessels are coming onto the scene as well, taking down the Scourges, taking out the Guardians. He's now on 36 drones. So LeeTeacher hasn't droned up as hard as he could have. He's mostly focusing on his technology structures, focusing on the gas, and now he's focusing on getting more hatcheries, which is something he really does need. But he's largely preparing for, like, he is expecting SH to attack. But SH is taking his time attacking. But he's setting up a very strong point of control here on that hillside that he definitely did need. It looks good, it looks great. He's got it all going on. But the Guardian's in the air, soon to be no longer there. And Lurkers underneath the Dark Swarm. The Dark Swarm against the hillside, though, is going to kill the tanks on the hill. The tanks have nowhere to run to. Radius are coming down on the Lurkers, though. Going to try to kill them before the tanks go down. And I think this one is just outside of range, so that actually just short of actually killing the hill tanks. The hill tanks stay alive. Radiate there, coming for the Defiler. We're now 33 drones. LeeTeacher is really just focused on making sure SH does not push forward. And SH has kind of just built all the production he ever needs. We got 6, 7 starports, and we got about 9 factories. He's got production going on. It's rolling. And he's got a huge economic lead. But he's being a little bit too passive. We're 14 minutes in. And he's still trying to get control over that hillside. But the thing that counts the most is he's bigger than LeeTeacher. LeeTeacher once again tries to get lurkers onto that hillside. This time around he gets his lurkers a little bit closer. This time around all the lurkers can shoot onto the high ground. Got 2 vessels on the scene with no radius at the moment because they got no energy. So the lurkers should stay alive. We got the Zerglings there trying to take damage from the tanks to buy more time for the lurkers to siege up. a burrow up, and the lurkers can actually shoot just across the hill, which means the couple tanks here behind the hill are taking small amounts of damage as well. So LeeTeacher doing a great job here of keeping SH away, but SH is not really putting that much effort into pushing forward. He just wants to be bigger and stronger before he really decides to go all in. Hunting down Overlords though, he's abusing LeeTeacher. Getting another Defiler kill there with a Radiate, got a lot of Scorches there in the air. 51 drones now for LeeTeacher. He's growing bigger, he's had some growing pains, but he's getting there slowly but surely. Drones are burrowing up, drones are too far away for the siege tank to hit. Drones are just a little bit too far away. So the siege tank goes down, gets some shots off on the hive, but nothing too serious to worry about. No upgrades there yet on the Hydralisks. Got one Evo Chamber. He hasn't started any upgrades. Once again, Valkyrie's coming in to kill everything that's there in the air. Oh. Yeah, this is some great abuse. This is some good abuse there from SH. Keeping that supply count blocked. Keeping that supply count low. And keeping everything there in the air down below. So tanks now being shuttled over. Drop shipped over, to be more correct. He's got what upgrades now on those tanks? Another Radiate there on a Defiler, I think. The Lurkers are getting radiated. It's the Lurkers. Now SH is getting into a pretty strong position though. Right in the middle of LeeTeacher's base. LeeTeacher doesn't look that strong to be able to defend himself against this. He does have Lurkers on the ground. Does have a lot of gas, but not a lot of minerals. Is losing some drones now as well. The entire top section of this base is in the danger zone. It's under SH's control. How is LeeTeacher going to kill those tanks and kill the tanks also there on the high ground? How is he going to do it? More tanks keep getting drop shipped over. Tanks are sieging up. Radiate on the drones. Unstacks the... Oh, that was very close. Very close drone pull and drone burrow. The tanks are gonna get taken down. Not all of them. Some of them do get taken down. He has to push forward his lurkers a little bit more. Gonna send those lurkings in first to take the tank shots. And then the lurkers unburrow and burrow underneath the new Dark Swarm. Great play there on the Valkyries. He's using a lot of his technology very, very well. But he really needs upgrades. Upgrades. Please get some upgrades. Like the few times I'm deciding to showcase new players on the channel, sometimes they just don't get what they need to get. This abuse though, this abuse is brutal. Great play once again, couple Zerglings there. This is kind of what is so great about Dark Swarm and Lurkers. When you have a vessel in the air, the tanks start shooting on the Lurker under the Dark Swarm, and you can very easily run Zerglings into those tanks because the tanks do not change target. They keep firing on the Lurker instead of firing on the Zerglings, and that's kind of something I do kind of like. It's kind of cool that you can do that, and if you know that you can do it, it opens up some options for you as the Zerg to fight back against this Terran abuse, because look at this abuse coming down. Siege tanks sieging up, drones running away, but drones are going to go down. He misses, he gets only 10 drones. Most of the other drones are now dying as well though. He has one Mutalisk in the air defending as drones are taking fire from everywhere. LeeTeacher is in trouble. LeeTeacher is in trouble. He tried to end the game quick a couple of times, but those attempts all failed. His economy was not and is not as big as it should be. He's on 0 minerals. Actually on 0 minerals. Now we got Radius coming out on old Devourers that he put so much money into. So SH is not really attacking that much. As in, he is attacking, but not going for big, strong attacks. He's going for the pure abuse from that hillside. It's pure abuse. Slowly, very slowly whittling LeeTeacher down with these small moves. Very slowly making sure that LeeTeacher becomes smaller, poorer, has less units, Everything here is hurting LeeTeacher tremendously. Another dropship there coming in. You got Valkyries hunting down Devourers, hunting down Overlords. More tanks being put on the low ground. They're on 2-2 upgrades at the moment. Pretty damn strong tanks, 2-2. We do not have upgrades on anything from LeeTeacher. Nothing is upgrades, but I kind of do understand, because while he should have gotten upgrades earlier, before SH went into full abuse overdrive, snipes the vessel, pretty good one. But so many vessels are coming through, gonna get raided on the drones, but vessel is not targeting anything. Gets a defiler actually, gets a defiler. LeeTeacher trying to rebuild his economy. SH killed 25 SCVs, and he's slowly burning through his money, but his army is ridiculously big. It's huge, massive. And he just, oh, great plague there though. Good plague, but will that plague make a difference? That is a question I've got on my mind that is worrying me quite a bit. Will it make a difference in this situation? Great dark swarms there, lurkers pushing forward, more vessels coming through, more tanks being landed. Great, oh, he's got so many dark swarms here on the top corner that tanks cannot really get close. But the question also becomes, can he even unburrow those lurkers? Radios are coming down on all the lurkers and the fighters that SH can see, because seeing through the dark swarm is pretty difficult. Another radiate on the drones, burrows them up, keeps his money alive. His gas is kind of low though. Like, he's not mining from the top 3 gas, or maybe even the top 4 gas. He's mining from 6 or 7. Another radiate non-stop. Now we got a tank drop coming in, lost about 10 drones. Tanks are going all the way to the bottom side of the dark swarms. They're on the scene, lurkers burrowing up. Drones have nowhere left to run to. But he cannot target the drones. He cannot find them. Where are the drones? They ran away to the top side. A couple of them do go down. He's now on 29. Gas is pretty much gone. Not completely. Still has some income on the gas, but it's not a whole lot. It's not much. It's not much to write home about. Once again, more tanks being unloaded beyond that hill, setting up, sieging up. He built some spores to keep those vessels away, but the spores are now going to get taken down there by the tanks. And the upgrades are almost on 3 attack, 3 weapon, 3 armor there for SH. Got level 3 for tanks already finished up, and now we got 12 vessels coming in, radiating everything, going for the boxer maneuver. He's gonna go for the lawn mower. He's gonna scoopity scoop all those drones, oopity boop, kill them all. He's gonna keep hanging there. But the spores and hylisks do force the vessels to retreat, but the damage has been done. Now more tanks are unloading. A good plague there comes down, but the plagues at this point don't really amount to much. Valkyries in the air with their whatever upgrades they have. 1-2. 1-2. Against 0-0 Guardians, 0-0 Lurkers, and 0-0 Hydralisks. 18 drones, and this should be the nail in the coffin, sieging up right next to the hive. There's pretty much nothing LeeTeacher can do at this point except call GG and get out of the game. He tried really hard, but honestly, I think he tried the wrong things. It's a difficult matchup though. Zerg against Terran is very difficult to play, specifically at the higher levels. But I do think that LeeTeacher made some big mistakes here and there that he should have rectified, because it was kind of obvious what SH was going to do. He was going to turtle and turtle and turtle and just push from that hillside, kind of like a Terran against Protoss when they are right next to each other. So now we got game number 2 between LeeTeacher and SH. SH is now on the Zerg, and LeeTeacher should be on the Protoss. So SH does not shy away from also playing Zerg, and I like that. He is a diverse person, plays pretty much every single race. Maybe not all at the same proficiency, but he has a great brain on his head, inside his head actually. He's got a brain inside his head, not on his head. He's got a good set of brains. He plays pretty smart. Maybe not the fastest player as we saw, had some trouble multitasking, but he wasn't trying to overburden himself by trying to multitask too many things while not being able to multitask all those things effectively. He kind of does a couple of things at the same time, not too much, not too little, just exactly the things he has to do that fit his playstyle, and I do like that about SH. Whereas with LeeTeacher, I had the idea he was kind of trying to brute force some situations where he shouldn't have, or he should have instead played a little bit more defensively, maybe a little bit more focused on economy and also upgrades. You do need economy for upgrades, so that's a footnote. If you don't have money or gas, upgrades are not going to happen. But LeeTeacher tried. That's what matters the most. It just didn't really come together as he had in mind. So maybe this game, LeeTeacher is going to have his moves come together a little bit better than previously. I mean, a Terran pushing on you from the hill, like that, I can see that being very frustrating and difficult to deal with. I'm sure LeeTeacher is at the moment a little bit agitated from being abused like that in such a position. Not a whole lot you can do to fight back if you do not have the economy yet. So SH here starts off with a hatchery first and 2 sunkens in the front. LeeTeacher trying to block sunken number 2, does so quite effectively. The probe gets taken down, but a drone also dies. 1 for 1. Hatcher number 3 on the way. Zerglings are out and about. Scout the map and find LeeTeacher's home base so that he can formulate a response to whatever LeeTeacher is planning on bringing to the match. He went for a Nexus first, into a Forge, into a Cannon, into triple gateway, well, a triple gateway, and a Cybercore. I thought that maybe this was like something else, but it was a Cybercore. Triple gateway Cybercore at the moment for LeeTeacher. SH is getting more hatcheries, still hasn't found LeeTeacher yet, and with Zerg, one of the few things you really have to do is find and scout the Protoss and get that very valuable information. Because I think with Zerg it is more important than with Terran or Protoss to very precisely adjust and adapt to what the Protoss is doing, because as a Zerg you're playing from a disadvantage. So 2 more hatcheries coming down there for SH. Only 2 sunkens in the front, couple Zerglings there to help it all stay alive. And LeeTeacher is going to start his proxy robo base on the middle. Double pylon, not 1, he builds 2, just to be sure, just to be safe. Now what some players like doing in this situation is they build more Zerglings and they try to kill the probe and kill the cannons before they finish warping in, but SH here is not contesting this proxy robo on the middle. He's just gonna let it happen. Citadel of Aduna on the way there for LeeTeacher. Might get level 1 attack for his Zealots as well. Double robo on the way in the middle. Overlord there scouting, but it's gonna get taken down by the cannon. Timing a little bit unfortunate. Maybe it will survive. Ooh. Okay. Okay. It stays alive. Barely though, but managed to escape and still providing very important vision. But at least he scouted the triple robo there on the middle, which is all he wanted to do, and it was important that he did, because that information is crucial. Also scouting with the Zergling right here to see what's happening here back at home. Also crucial, vital information. SH is good at information gathering, and the information he's gathered is actually allowing him to just go for 8 hatcheries in the back. Although now Zealots are getting through. He has no Hydralisk Den. He's building a Sunken really quick, building Zerglings as well to try and repel this Zealot push into his mineral line. And the Zerglings probably won't do that much against this many Zealots. The Zealots, though, are getting clipped by the drones. Drones are dying. Already killed 6 of them. 7, 8, 9. More drones are spawning. Zerglings do arrive on the scene, but that's 9 dead drones. It's kind of the same as getting dropped by a Reaver or a High Templar and losing some of your drones. That was a pretty good run-in, walk-by. You know, sometimes you just gotta walk right in through that choke and see if you can hit the jackpot. And SH was caught being a little bit too greedy with his 8 hatchery in the back build order. That's very, very greedy. Very extremely, probably the most greedy thing you will see a Zerg do ever in your life. Very risky business. So he's built a shuttle first, now getting triple Reaver, got 4 gateways on the middle, not continuing to build more structures here back at home, although he's building more pylons as a layout. He's getting a Nexus number 3 as well. Got the first Hydralisk coming out there from SH. We rebuilt to 37 drones, largely because he has 8 hatcheries in the back. It just allows him to produce a lot from this point onwards. A lot of Hydras, a lot of drones. The risk might pay off. High risk, high reward. And the pain and damage he took and experienced so far hasn't paid off yet for LeeTeacher. SH is still in a good position. 37 drones, couple drones being pulled to the front to fortify because Reavers are pushing through and they can do that pretty quickly. They have 1 attack on the way for the Zealots. Goons also on the way. And we got some more Reavers spawning as well, so 4 Reavers out on the map at the moment. There might be 1 Reaver somewhere inside a shuttle, waiting for its moment to strike and fly in and hit the drones. SH at the moment is largely just building Hydralisk. Range finished up for the Hydras, now getting speed. Getting a couple more drones as well. And some of them are going to be sent to the front to build more Sunkens. He's going to have to keep building and building Sunkens in the front. He's supply blocked at the moment as well. But yeah, SH is not doing poorly. He's playing this pretty smart. Maybe LeeTeacher should have already gone for a Reaver drop, just to try and see if he can get through. Like, if you send in a shuttle, you don't have to lose the shuttle. You can, like, send in, and if there's units in between the shuttle and the drones, you kind of just turn around. And I would have liked LeeTeacher, I would have liked to see him do that earlier. Because now we have a lot of Hydralisks on the top, the middle, and the bottom, protecting the pathways to the minerals, to the economy, to the most vital part of SH game, the heart of his base in the back. Now though, we have a lot of units here in this choke point. SH is preparing for a surround attack, but he's going in first, going to try to snipe the Reavers before the Zealots attack, and he gets both of them and returns to behind the Sunkens. That was a great move. LeeTeacher now tries to get in, but he can't. Unless the Reaver tries to get a shot off, can't get a shot off. Can't get a shot off, and LeeTeacher's game plan just falls apart. Not completely, but he wanted to do more damage, but now SH is actually taking the lead. Pushing into the middle, where structures are being built all over. The Reavers in the back, though, are providing essential Scarab damage onto the Hydralisks. Dragoons are there to assist. Will the Hydras break this all down? Yes, Reavers are dead and gone. We have more Reavers spawning. Dragoons are on the way. Their temples are being built. The situation is turning very, very sour here for LeeTeacher. He's getting pushed. He's getting killed. Hydras there on the scene. More are streaming out from that base. LeeTeacher trying to buy time. But time is not on his side. Reavers spawn, Reavers die. The middle, the Robos under attack, heavy siege. Spire on the way back at home, Evo Chamber as well, getting 3 more hatcheries. This is the worst case scenario for LeeTeacher. This is the one thing he did not want to happen, but it did. Now back at home, he's trying to build up as fast as he can. There is an argument to be made that maybe SH should just push for the main right here, right now, instead of killing the middle. Although he needs Overlord speed because we have the Templars on the scene. So SH forgot to get Overlord speed. And because we have Dark Templars on the map, well, at the moment, not any, well, one here back at home, but not a lot of others, SH decides against pushing to the main. And I think he could have made a shot for it, even without the Overlords giving vision for the Dark Templars. He could have tried to stop the choke, but he decides to kill the sides first. So SH actually missing his opportunity to maybe kill LeeTeacher. LeeTeacher now with 76 probes is going to rebuild really quick, really fast. He's rebuilding really quick, really fast. Building as many cannons and gateways as he can. Still needs more robos though, but the robos at the moment not yet being built. He's building Dragoons, High Templars, getting Templar Storm, Scarab damage, armor, and shield. Getting all the upgrades all at once, getting a Stargate as well. But LeeTeacher has been expelled from the middle. He's now back at home. While SH is using this moment in time to get 72 drones. A lot of hatcheries. He's got 6 on the top, 6 on the bottom. Getting spores as well to protect against those drops. SH is using this time wisely. He could have used this time to get Overlord speed and attack, but now that we have a lot of cannons in the front, Templars on the scene as well, new robotics being warped in and finished up there too, breaking through at this point in time probably does not have a high chance of success. So LeeTeacher filling out the remaining gas as well, finishing up new drops to go over Templar Storms on those drones. SH has not rebuilt his choke, but who needs a choke when you've just killed all the gateways and the robos of your enemy? Just use that time wisely and drone up, get rich, get all the gas in the bank, build a big base, which he's doing. He's building a really big base, even has a double spire, double evo, no Defiler mount yet, but SH is in a great spot, and still no Overlord speed. Still no Overlord speed. That Overlord speed not being there prevented him from killing LeeTeacher. He's now finally getting Overlord speed though. Drop is on the way over the left side of the map. We have some Overlords hanging in the air, some Hydras on the scene there as well, ready to spot this out and see it coming in. And I don't think this is going to be much of a problem for SH to defend. Now LeeTeacher is building mass cannons on the middle, just outside of that Hydralisk's vision. Just outside of that vision. Kills the Hydra to make sure this isn't spotted out. We have Scourges in the air. If SH knew this was being built, I'm sure he would move out into the middle and kill it all. Stop it from happening. But now LeeTeacher has regained control over the middle. Scourges are in the air hunting for shuttles, ready to intercept. Shuttles are still there on the scene. They're going to fly around and actually fly straight into the Hydralisks. Just some pure bad luck. So SH has had enough of waiting and sitting around and pushes into the middle, but he does not yet know that the cannons are there. He doesn't yet know mass cannons are there on the middle. And the upgrades at the moment are still in favor of LeeTeacher with his 1-1-2. Scourges are finding the shuttles. They got spotted out by the Overlords just earlier. Both shuttles there do go down. Dragoons are on the way from the base. He's got triple force, getting triple upgrade. He's got a lot of reavers there ready to go. Scourges are... all the Scourges are dead and gone. He's going to switch over to relying on the Hydralisks. And he's going for the attack move. He wants to make this happen. Still has not seen the cannons. Has not yet seen them. He just keeps walking past. He just keeps walking right past. The cannons are not really doing their job just yet. And he goes for the attack there on the main base. Reavers are spawning. Reavers also have been picked up, and they're gonna fly across the map and go for the attack inside of SH's base. The Hydras, though, are pushing through. He might have to get a couple more Reavers on the scene to defend this. There's a lot of Hydras coming through. The Reavers that are there, though, are just barely killing that army. Barely new cannons are warping in. Got Mutas are on the side, waiting to morph into Guardians and going for a sideways attack there on the main, where there's only 2 cannons, no Templars on the scene to protect this. So that side attack from SH might just mow this all down. Got a big shuttle drop there from LeeTeacher over the top side of the map, encroaching onto that side of SH's base. SH is still producing his units. These Reavers are coming in at a very, very bad time for SH. Starts to, oh, the Hydra spawned at the exact correct time. Drones are on the other side of the base. So no drones will go down. Oh, those Hydralisks spawned just in time. And the drone pool was perfect. Didn't take any risk. And now Guardians are pushing on to LeeTeacher from the bottom. Templars are moving down. Storming on the Guardians. Guardians cannot really dodge those storms. He needs a little bit more energy for more storms. He doesn't have enough energy. He kills all the Guardians. Perfectly placed storms. A couple more Guardians that are left remaining on the bottom side. Just attack whatever they can, but that Nexus took some really big damage. That was a good run-in. A good fly-in. He has to go in once more, do a little bit more damage like this Guardian is doing, and take down the Nexus. Does LeeTeacher have... The units cannot get through. The units cannot get through. But on the scene, no energy, Corsair coming in, Nexus goes down, and oh, that's a painful one for LeeTeacher. That's a painful one for LeeTeacher. That should not have happened. He just couldn't get his Dragoons to the bottom right of his base. They were all stuck on the left bottom side. Well, look at those Dragoons tripping out. Oh, painful one for LeeTeacher. And he's kind of long distance mining as well, like not the most optimal rope mining distance when you're trying to mine from a distance. The next could be one tiny little bit closer. I was going for the counterattack. He does not want to end the game on a sour note, on a bad note, because that certainly is a bad note. LeeTeacher not gonna give up. He wants to win this. He wants to win this. He wants to have his moment to shine. But so far, SH has just been having the upper hand over LeeTeacher. He's the slower player, but clearly the smarter player. Clearly the smarter player. He has really good insights, really good moves, and shows a lot of restraint and understanding. Reavers crawling through their deaths, Templars storming on the Guardians, a lot of storms on the scene. Dragoons are trying to help out. Now Zerglings are on the counterattack, Hydralisk in the mix as well. But the Reavers are taking it all down. Drop there comes in, drop does... It's not a drop. So many storms. LeeTeacher has storms for days. And in the end, not for enough days, because it looks like SH pushes that army back and now is on the counterattack. All he needs, though, is a Defiler. There's cannons on the middle, and you're not going to break through those cannons that easily. Although now Mass Guardians in the air, pushing through over the sides, clearing out the cannons on the middle. Everywhere the cannons are being taken down. But yet again, Guardians kind of suck against storms. And the storms do kill a lot of the Guardians, but the production is just... Oh, not a drop. It's just Corsairs in the air, pushing and killing Overlords, denying vision on the sides for SH. Corsairs now coming into the middle as well to take care of the Guardians. Do the Corsairs have upgrades? 3 shield, 1 attack. Dragoons have 3-3-3. Zerglings have 1-0. Guardians have 2. Guardians have 2-2. That is a good upgrade. That is a well upgraded Guardian. The Hydralisks themselves are currently on 1-2. A little bit behind on schedule, not yet getting level 2-2-2 or 3-3 for his ground, but he's winning the fights on the ground. But the Dragoon Zealot upgrades are pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Trying to establish control over this bottom section here, so that he can get those shuttles into SH's base, which has been a trouble all game so far. Has been a problem. He's having trouble as well to rebuild his home base. Having some issues here as well. His gas is periodically kind of low. The Hylas have taken control over the middle. The Dragoons are going to try to get it back. They're kind of just walking past each other. Which now allows the Hydras to flank the Dragoons from behind as they're trying to kill the Sunkens. And they do kill some Sunkens because they have maxed out upgrades. The longer the game goes on, the weaker the Sunkens become relatively to the enemy units. The enemy units will have upgrades, the Sunkens do not get upgrades. Their damage stays the same from start to finish. So just small little skirmishes here on the middle, where LeeTeacher pushes back against SH, and SH pushes back against LeeTeacher. Another big drop being loaded up. We have some overlords here in the air that flew past those cannons. And for some reason, SH is... Oh, wait a minute. I missed a very important drop. Let me rewind. Oh my god. My minimap skills have been terrible. Terrible. So here is a drop. I thought it was Corsairs on the minimap, because up until this point it's largely been Corsairs on the minimap, so I thought this was a group of Corsairs. He's trying to stay outside of Overlord vision while trying to fight on the middle as well, while losing his cannons on the middle. So this might explain why SH stopped pushing into the middle. Because we had a storm drop killing his drones. So let's follow this one right in. Avoids the Scourges. Avoids the Hydras. Lands on location. It's not a storm drop, it's reverse. And he only ends up killing 25, but 25 kills is still quite a nice amount. That's still most of the drones on the minerals, because we have 30 drones on the gas. Yeah, that's a pretty good hit. That is a pretty good hit. It completely takes all the wind out of SH's sails as he tried to push into the middle. There's nothing left inside. Lurkers are doing their job though. I don't really like how they are spaced out. I prefer to space them out a little bit more. They cover more surface area. A lot of them are kind of stacked on top of each other. But if it works, as long as it works, that's all that matters. Not everything has to be optimized to the maximum. It does make a difference to have everything optimized to the maximum, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. There are many other aspects of StarCraft that you can be a master in, like SH here, showing a lot of knowledge, restraint, and insight. Whereas LeeTeacher is trying to brute force his way through quite often while not covering all of the options a Zerg has to hurt him. So LeeTeacher has made some mistakes in this game that have cost him greatly. But what matters most, LeeTeacher is still in the game. He hasn't lost yet. He's got more money, less gas, but more money than SH, which is ultimately what counts in this matchup. Another drop ready to go in. We have Scourges in between though. Guardians are pushing through that side A frontal attack happening as well. No observer on the scene. Lurkers protecting. Drop coming in. Scourge is hunting them down. Drop is unloading. Drop unloads on the scene. Is he gonna get storms off? Gets an amazing storm off. That's an amazing storm. Goes down. I think he had 84 drones. Now back on 54. So that's 30 drones dead and gone. That's 2 drops so far in a row that have really managed to do a number onto SH. Tries to go in yet again. Kills that with the Scourges. Not gonna slip by. Not again. Corsairs repeatedly, repetitively, continuously trying to deny vision on those sides, which is gonna help those shuttle drops get in. So we have units coming into the middle. SH now on 54 drones, rebuilding his economy because he just had to pull all of his drones off the gas onto the minerals because his minerals took a huge, big hit. Guardians on the side have done their job in killing the cannons. Corsairs are fighting against the Scourges, and the Scourges do kill 1 or 2 Corsairs, but not many more than that. So far, it's just LeeTeacher, once again, trying to regain control over the middle with a large army of Zerglings and Hydras, trying to prevent that. We have Triple Reaver trying to stop this. But they're not having much success. They're trying to kill as much as they can. The Templar Storm has more success than the Reavers do combined. And he picks up 1 High Templar. I believe 1 High Templar picked up. And he's got more inside those shuttles, going for a drop yet again. There's not much in between. Scourges are spotting. Scourges on the hunt. Hydras there in between trying to snipe. Shuttles are splitting up, making this more difficult for SH. We got him unloading his units on the scene, but no Templars in between. Zealots get taken down by the Sunguns and the Lurkers and defends that one easily without much effort. Without much effort. Well, it takes a lot of effort. Cleans it up without taking damage. That is a more accurate description. Like, not taking damage takes a lot of effort. So, just had to correct that one. Just had to correct that one. Because otherwise I'd just be lying. When I say things are easy, I'm lying. Things are never easy. Things always... Ooh, nice snipe. Nice snipe. Things always take effort in StarCraft. Nothing is easy. Nothing is ever easy. Everything takes effort. Relative effort though, like not everything takes as much effort as everything else. Some things are easier to do than others. But saying things are easy on the grand scheme of easiness, then I would just be lying if I said things were easy. Easier than something difficult does not mean it is easy. Back to the match. Back to the match. More spores all over the place. Economy is back in order. He's fixed the economy. He's done what many political leaders, presidents, and dictators and kings couldn't do. SH has achieved it. He fixed the economy. Observer on the scene. Zerglings running in to try and push LeeTeacher back. The Zerglings are still on pretty bad upgrades. No attack, 1 carapace. The upgrades for SH are terrible. In the previous game, it was LeeTeacher with terrible upgrades. Now the turns have tabled. The tables have turned. LeeTeacher has amazing upgrades and SH has terrible upgrades. He has no money for it though. So like, you can kind of cut him some slack that he doesn't have the upgrades yet, but we're 27 minutes in. He should have like level 3 at least on 1 thing, like maybe attack, maybe armor. Level 3 on 1 thing at least. But it's just LeeTeacher with the maxed out upgrades pushing through so easily because his units are just so damn strong. His units fully upgraded are just so damn strong. No Nexus, who cares? Just get better upgrades than your opponent and stay consistent, never give up, keep looking for ways into the enemy base, and you might win the game. Templar storming on the Guardians. Guardians doing the most work because they have 2 upgrades. Their upgrades are good. Relative to the Guardians, their upgrades are good. But now LeeTeacher is somewhat struggling to keep up with his production because he didn't get a lot of production. He's got 6 gateways, 10 gateways, 15 gateways, and 6 Stargates, and 6 Robos. So his production is not that big. It's not that huge. But this is what matters the most. Looking for those ways to micro his shuttles into that mineral line. Reaver unloads. Reaver cannot shoot though. Gets taken down by the lurkers and the Sunkens instantly. Also, we have SH pushing back. Pushing back. Because unlike LeeTeacher, SH does have a lot of hatcheries. Got 10 here on the bottom and 16 on the top. 16 plus 1 main hive. 17 hatcheries. That's a lot of Zerg production. Like, if SH had maxed out upgrades, he would be winning the game with his production. Just pushing through would be so much easier. But pushing is so difficult right now. Shuttle tries to get in, gets taken down. He keeps on trying. We have vision everywhere. Overlords all over the place. And now pushing back into the middle. SH has more supply, had more supply than LeeTeacher. He's got a great army on the middle. Hydralisk, Zerglings, and Guardians. He's now getting upgrades. He's finally getting his upgrades again because the economy is now at this time, at this moment in time, his upgrades are good. His upgrades are, well, his economy is now good. Which means his upgrades will also be good very soon. Templar's gonna try to save the day. Very good storms though. His placement of the storms have been very good all game long. But look at this. You might have thought that you had won the fight, but no. All these units just keep streaming and keep coming, and they never ever stop coming. It's never ending. This is the true definition of the swarm. You swarm your opponent. That's what the swarm does. It swarms. The swarm swarms their opponents with a large swarm, just swarming all over the place. Dark Templars though in the mix. There are some Overlords for detection, but they are kind of shooting on the Zealots and Dragoons. But now we are starting to notice that LeeTeacher needs more money. He's burning through his economy. He's burning through. His gas is low. Minerals have gone down by 5,000 over the past 4 minutes. The fact he has no main nexus is now actually starting to hurt him. It's now starting to hurt him. But breaking through this choke point won't be easy. We have Reavers behind it. We have a drop leaving as well. If that drop hits, he can kind of bounce back. At the moment, SH is keeping up the pressure. His APM has gone very low. Like, yeah, that APM has gone very low. This goes to show that APM is not the answer to everything. APM definitely is not the answer. You can play very well with very low APM. And 135 is getting into the region where APM is low. Objectively low. So LeeTeacher trying to push back. His maxed out supply yet again. He's staying afloat, staying in the game, not yet giving up. We have shuttles coming over the top side. Do we have Scourges coming? Yes, the Scourges are going in. He's changing direction, trying to sneak his way around. And he's returning back home. Scourges are on the hunt though. Fight happening here on the side as well. Reavers are killing a lot. One Guardian in the air killing the Reavers though. Storming on everything he can. Shuttles are yet again, look, the shuttles went back to the choke. Then they turned around once he won the fight, and now he's going for another attack there on the minerals. We have Mass Scourge in between, turns around, doesn't want that yet, gonna fly all the way around. Units are in production, lurkers are on the scene, he's gonna unload, you're on the scene. Can he storm on those drones? He is trying to. He's trying to storm, but the lurkers just kill everything as soon as it unloads. Oh. It's amazing that LeeTeacher even managed to sneak his way around all those Scourges, all those Hydras into the backside, but once in the backside, it didn't quite work. Guardians pushing from the right onto LeeTeacher's base. His economy is his army size is really small. He's got, like, his supply doesn't look small, but everything is still in production. He doesn't have a lot of units in his base on the map. It's all in production. His money is down below 1,000. This is it, guys. This should be the end of the game. The sides are being killed, and now the front is facing a massive Zerg army. Things are not looking good. This should be... Well, he's got Storms. Storms can get a lot done. Storms can get a lot done. And his upgrades are now actually... I think he's got maxed out Guardian upgrades. Pilots are in 2-3. Zergans are in 2-1. His units are no longer as weak as they were just 2 or 3 minutes ago. He is catching up, finally. Almost, well, more than half an hour in, his upgrades are catching up. It doesn't matter when. What matters most is that at some point your upgrades catch up on your opponent. As long as at some point, doesn't matter how long it takes, if you stay alive until that point, you are probably going to maybe win the game as a Zerg. I'm not gonna guarantee it, but the chances of winning do increase with your upgrades. They do increase with your upgrades. Loses the Defiler. That's one of the downsides of having APM that is too low. Microing and controlling your units becomes, well, more difficult when you're playing against a high APM player. So even though LeeTeacher's APM is higher and it allows him to do more things on the map, SH is still winning the game despite not really microing or controlling his units that well. It's kind of just attack moving. He's kind of just attack moving. He's doing the least but achieving probably the most that he can. And that is a victory right here, right now. There's no supply for LeeTeacher. SH maxed out, breaking through. Not having an easy time, but he's breaking through. He fought hard for this. He fought really, really hard for this victory. And I think the victory is gonna happen right here, right now. There's the GG. Exactly as I said it. Right here, right now. LeeTeacher left the game. That's a 2 games from 2 players that I've never had LeeTeacher on the channel. Never. Will I again? Not too sure. Not too sure. Not too sure if I will feature him on the channel again. He showed a strong game, but had weak defensive play. And I think that weak defensive play cost him the game. If he had just had some vision on the sides, maybe had more Templars in the back, maybe had a couple more cannons, he probably would have won the game. But having pretty much no protection in the back cost him the win. He played solidly, but not as smart as SH. SH played slower, less control, but he played smarter, had more oversight, more awareness, better planning, and he made some really good choices that ultimately led him to a victory. All those things I just listed for SH are more important than the things I listed for LeeTeacher. You can be a slow player, but if you're smart, have a good plan, and have good awareness, and know what to do and why to do it and when to do it, you will always beat that higher APM player that has better mechanics, better macro, better micro. You will always win the game.